We are now up to the last of the 4 universal firearm safety rules, which is be sure of your target and what is behind and beyond your target. What that really means is be sure of your backstop. When you are firing a gun, know where that bullet is going to wind up if it goes through what you're shooting. For instance, when you're dry firing, always have a safe backstop. Always have something that you're pointing the gun at that will stop the most powerful bullet that could possibly come out of that gun, just in case your dry fire turns into unintentional live fire. Also, and this is something that a lot of people like to do, a lot of people like to lie in bed, we must use correct grammar, and dry fire by pointing the gun at the ceiling. And, that's fine, but make sure you have a safe backstop. If you're living in, a dwelling that has wooden floors and wooden ceilings, and a bullet that you fire could possibly go through that. You've got areas up above, possibility of people walking around up there. Don't point the gun at the ceiling. If you're on the second floor of a building and you've got wooden floors and there's possibility of people walking around on the first floor, don't point the gun at the floor. Now, the reason that I can lie in bed and dry fire at the ceiling is that I live on the second floor of a 3-story building where my floor and my ceiling are 2-foot thick poured concrete. There is nothing I can fire out of any handgun that will go through my floor or my ceiling. So it's a safe backstop. If you live in your typical dwelling, which has sheetrock walls, which absolutely will not stop a bullet, and on the other side of that wall, there are areas where people might be walking around, don't point the gun at those areas. If you are shooting outdoors, you're like in your friend's field or something, which a lot of people like to do in the warmer months or even the colder months if you're a real gun nut. Don't just let the bullet go whipping off into the woods, where it might hit someone walking along some path in the woods that you didn't know was there, and you kill them. Okay? Always have a safe backstop. Always be sure of your target and what is behind and beyond your target.